In 2012, there was an anchor woman who was criticized about her weight during a segment of the morning show and asked to rethink her job. Mm-hmm. Would you say that this is something that was once pointed out to you?
I don't know if it was necessarily because of my weight. Okay. I've never really had a weight issue, but I know that people can be very critical. There are media blogs out there, and that's the first thing they go to is a woman's weight, and that's just always how it is, I think. Whether you're in the media or just a celebrity, people are constantly criticizing weight. Mm-hmm. It's an easy target, but I know that some of my coworkers have, and the females have, and yes, and it just never goes the other way.
Out to you.
Of course, yes. I mean, people are very critical of people who don't look the way they want them to, and it doesn't matter how smart they are. People are ruthless. And luckily for me, I have really great bosses, and they've never told me, hey, you need to drop a few pounds, even though it's been true, you know. I've never had anyone be cruel to me like that, or even for ratings' sake. Like, they want better ratings, so they want me to look a certain way. But of course, I'm sure they do want, you know, the skinnier, more fit, beautiful, you know, done up. The most critical are the viewers, because I think viewers feel like they really know you, and they let you in their house every day, and they just don't hold anything back with the emails and the calls. So I think mostly being pregnant has gotten me the most response when people, I have 5 children. I came here as a newlywed here at KVIA, so I've been here through it all. Mm-hmm. And so I've gotten comments, people calling, I can't believe you're having another kid. Some people, they're just very open with how they feel, and if they don't agree with having more than 1 or 2 children, they let you know, and you just have to learn that that's the way it is. And like my mom said, you can't please everybody.
I think, for instance, there was an anchor in Australia, I think recently, a male anchor who wore the same suit every day for a year and never received an email or a phone call because no one noticed, no one cared. But I bet you that if his female anchor or his co-anchor had done the same thing and wore the same dress or the same suit, she would have emails like the second day. So, yeah, I think there is, I'm not sure why that is, why women and men are so much harder on women. You see that in media. Hillary Clinton would get criticized for wearing pantsuits on the campaign trail, and it's just, I'm not sure why it is, but it exists. I know that when I worked with Bob Harp, one of my friends here at the station, he would never get any emails or anything about what he wore, but I get him. And it's not negative, but people are just looking at what you wear as a woman more than as a man.
During your career, what kind of stereotypes have you encountered?
The biggest one for me, you know, I do have my 5 kids, so I have a lot of friends of different levels and different kids of different ages. And yeah, and people always think that I just have all this money. I don't have any more money than a school teacher, you know, but we are required to look really nice every day and to be presentable. Not that I always do off the air, but people just assume that you have this like lavish lifestyle compared to anybody else in the area, or that you have money, and it's not true.
People talk about my hair a lot. Oh, I like it when it's curly, or if I straighten it, why did you straighten it? And it's like, heaven forbid you change anything about your appearance. People flip out. I don't know why, but I'm sure Hillary would hear it too if she cuts her hair too short or lets it grow too long. But yeah, if I straighten my hair, or if you cut your hair, if you wear it up, if you wear it down, it's just, and it's not necessarily negative, it's just attention. And I feel like in this job, I try to be as, I don't want my appearance to distract from what my job is, because my job is to tell stories and to relay information to people. And if they're getting distracted by my hair or my makeup or my outfit, then I'm getting in the way of my own job.
Do you feel that from receiving the messages, do you feel it's more women or it's more men?
I get a lot of emails from women, actually. Okay. And like I said, I don't want it, it's not negative. A lot
it's
of
just input.
Yeah, it's just input. But when it comes to blogs and it's anonymous, I don't know who's saying it, and that's usually more negative. But if they're writing directly to me, people are always asking me, what do you put in your hair? How do you make it so curly? And I'm more than willing to help people out. But I just think it's funny that I get emails like that at all. I'm sure that my male counterparts don't get those emails.
From the day you started working in the media to now, what has changed of what people expect from women?
From women, that's a tough one. Because I feel like the media has changed a lot itself just in the time since I went to school. Because, in college you learn be fair, be biased, you take the media law classes, it's all very serious. And then you come here in the real world and people are really into entertainment news these days. So a lot of the harder stories, people don't really want to hear about the harder stories. I mean, they do. I'm talking as a whole, not individuals, but people want to hear quickly what's going on. Ferguson, Missouri, everything like that. And then they want to know what J-Lo wore at the VMAs, or and then it's all about looking good. A lot of it looking good. People are focusing more on the look. I think they always did, but I think women were more respected. The way I view it, women were more respected back when Diane Sawyer first started, or Barbara Walters, because they wore the suits and they wanted to be taken seriously. But now you see things slipping. I notice really low tops, things like that on different channels. National, international, local. Sometimes it's just more of I think that women aren't taken as seriously sometimes, and I think sometimes women do that to themselves. I don't ever want to be just a talking head talking about something without understanding it or knowing what I'm talking about. And I know that there are people, women or men alike, who would just be fine with that, being just a talking head, what they call it, but I do prefer to know the facts.
It starts with women, treating women well. I think that I don't want to come off as I guess it is kind of a feminist standpoint, but you gotta help each other out. You gotta stand together. We can't tear each other down, because otherwise, who's going to be there to help each other
And we
out?
should be able to relate.
Yeah, it's like a sisterhood. Like, we should be able to help each other out, support each other, because we're all going through the same thing together.
At one point in our lives.
Exactly. And instead of nitpicking each other or tearing each other down, we should be there to support each other. And I feel like I get that a lot at work. There are a lot of wonderful women that I work with here, and I always feel like we're never tearing each other down, and we're helping each other out and supportive of each other. And then I just wish that people would let go of the hate or the negativity, the pessimism, and just try and work together or appreciate what someone else is doing.